Welcome to the EFT and self-help emergency for cancer diagnosis. I'm Jasmina Kovacev, EFT expert and international trainer, peak performance and wellness coach with an extensive background of 27 different modalities including Bachelor of Science. My passion is to find the key essence of human performance, potential and health. I'm creator of the Round Rainbow series of trainings for wholeness of our being. And my focus is on the key factors of emotional and mental being which create our health and our life. I also run emotional and mental healing and support retreats in New Zealand for those affected by cancer. And according to inspired attendees, this is the beginning of a new era in the way of supporting those affected by cancer. Let's recap what is EFT and how it works. EFT is, in a way, like emotional acupressure that is proving to be extremely effective in realigning energy that is stuck in our body due to unprocessed emotions. Now, in order to explain how it works, we will compare that initially with conventional mainstream thinking about emotions. When something happens to us, there is emotion as a result. And when something reminds us of what happened, there is emotion again. Now we say that there is something in between. There is our energy system, those energy meridians that are well known in acupuncture, acupressure. And whenever something happens to us, there is emotional disruption that happens in our energy system, and emotion is the result. And in our life, when something reminds us of what happened, we're again in that energetical disruption and the emotion is again there. So what we do with EFT, we connect mentally with whatever is creating the disruption in our body, and we stimulate acupressure points with our fingertips, tapping on those points, and that allows realigning our energy system, and result is really emotions melting down and going away. But how we can apply that to cancer? Well, everyone who knows EFT knows that we have to be very, very specific with different aspects when we work, but considering that this video is for anyone who might be affected and needs some support, we will start from a general phrase that is, I'm stressed. What is stress? Stress is emotional response, emotional reaction on people, situation, events, and it's what we will be tapping on. The only downside of that is that it might be coming back because stress is too global term for what we are experiencing. But let's start. When we have certain emotions or we feel stressed, with whatever is going on directly related to our condition, we can use that term stress or use more specific word exactly how we feel about that situation. For the exercise purpose, let's use the word stress. And we start the following way. Tapping on the side of the hand, repeating 3 times. Even though I'm stressed, and you can follow that with me. Even though I'm stressed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm stressed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I'm stressed because of this situation, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And now we are going to start tapping with our fingertips on our upper part of the body. Inner corner of eyebrow, I'm stressed. Side of the eye, I'm stressed. We can do that with 1 hand or 2 hands. Under the eyes, bony part, I'm stressed. Under the nose, I'm stressed. Under the lip, I'm stressed. Collarbone, I'm stressed with what is happening in my life to me with this condition. I'm stressed. Under the arm, about 10 centimeters below armpit, I'm stressed. Go again. I'm stressed. Side of the eyes, I'm stressed. Under the eyes, I'm stressed. Under the nose, I'm under stress. Under the lip, I'm stressed. Collarbone, I'm stressed. Under the arm, I'm stressed. Take a deep breath in wherever you feel that stress and breathe out. And now you measure how much you're stressed on the scale 1 to 10. Initially, we always take what we call SUDS, subjective unit of distress, and measure on the scale 1 to 10, where 10 is maximum stress state and 0 is no stress at all, where we are at. And then we do it afterwards, after this kind of tapping. And we measure where we are at. Normally, we should be going a little bit down. If we are more specific, that would be much obvious. If we are using just the word stress, we can shift from aspect to aspect, but just know that it will take edge of different emotional pressures. Or if you are a little bit more experienced with EFT, know a little bit more, you can use specific emotions, specific physical sensation, like you can use the word fear, fear because of the condition, fear because of this or that, whatever is the specific fear about, measure how much it is at the beginning and start tapping, even though I'm afraid because what might happen, or I'm afraid because of a surgery that is coming up, or I'm afraid that my hair might fall off as I'm going to chemotherapy, or whatever comes to your mind as emotion and specifically related to something, and you can work through it as much as you can. That's what you can do when you are already affected. Now, we will be going into area when you actually have some issue, you went to see a doctor, some medical tests were performed, and you are going for results. And as you're going through results, it's very important that the way you experience result doesn't create emotional conflict shock within you. Even conventional American Medical Association is saying that over 85% of health conditions originally start at the emotional level. And it's very important that we do not create additional emotional conflict shocks by trauma of diagnosis and the way we experience diagnosis, and that we do something about it right at the beginning so that we actually avoid experiencing that in a shocking way, like a trauma. The way you can help yourself with that would be the following. There are points on our fingertips that we can also tap on, and those are the points that I'm tapping right now. So when you're going to for results, what would be really important that you stimulate those points. Now you might think it's a little bit weird to do tapping while I'm there, but there are subtle ways that you can do it. Now what I suggest is doing the following. As you are hearing and seeing doctor or nurse who is giving you results, because we never know what results might be, and hopefully it will be okay, but just in case, to prevent any shock of diagnosis, it would be good that as you are listening and you are waiting for results and hearing what they have to tell you, that you in a subtle way stimulate those points. Now, how you can do it? We can do it with rubbing or tapping those same points with our fingertips. So you remember it was here, 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 and here. So we can actually tap this way, and then tap this way, and tap this way, and tap this way. Or we can rub, 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 rub. And it doesn't need to be in front of someone's face rubbing. We can do that with our hands hanging down. We can do it even in our pockets. We can do it on one hand and just massage those points while you are hearing the results of the report And while your mind is actually on alert on everything that is happening around it, so at the same time as you are doing it and hearing it, energy will be processed. Whatever you experience as a shock will be, at least to a certain degree, diminished by you stimulating those points. I'm not saying that it might remove the whole experience, but it will diminish it to a certain extent, so that you do not get additional complications with diagnosis, or by the words that you heard or what you saw, the worrying expression of your oncologist or doctor. So definitely it's going to be extremely useful for anyone who is going for a checkup or going for any additional consultation, to do that every time when you go and see your doctor or your nurse. We all have self-healing ability. It's a birth-giving gift, right? And if self-healing is not happening, it means that there are blockages in the way. Blockages are usually at emotional level, mental level, and can be at some other levels. Where it usually starts is at emotional level. At the same time, there are a number of emotional blockages and mental blockages, meaning belief blockages, that are not supporting self-healing, actually that are blocking self-healing. In a professional EFT sessions, it's what we deal with. And you do need someone who knows really what to work on when it comes to cancer. Because EFT is a tool. It's a wonderful tool, but the thinking platform for application of EFT comes from different understanding. Quite a bit of that comes from understanding biological logic of our body and our being, and also some other areas. So EFT knowledge is important, but there are a number of other areas that are important as well, or even more important. With a condition like cancer, there is often a quick build-up of emotional and mental blockages. And one of top tips from my top 5 tips that are part of coping skills is the following. Whenever you go for a checkup, please take with you earplugs. They are very important to use when you are in waiting rooms. It's very important to protect yourself from waiting room stories that at times can be very damaging, because we create different meanings to it. Our mind with a condition like cancer is on alert. We want to hear everything and anything, and it's very easy for mind to get negative meanings attached. That will create later on additional complications. So we do want to prevent any additional emotional and mental blockages, and definitely this is one of 5 top tips for coping skills. So get earplugs, and wherever you are in environment where others might be talking about their life drama and different stories, not just what happened to them, to other people, protect yourself. This is the tip number 1. I will finish this video with shamanic saying that goes, "The disease will leave its host when it cannot recognize it anymore." If you like what you heard, if you're just diagnosed, or you are aware that your condition can still recognize you, feel free to send me an email, contact me, and we will start working from there. Feel free to arrange sessions or come for our retreat that is unique retreat, very different than many that exist around. We run it in New Zealand, and we are prepared to come wherever we are invited in different parts of the world with our small team, and run that retreat for you. It's amazing, very enlightening, transformational, and you can see impressions of the summit indeed at our website www.fullspectrumwellbeing.com. And if you want to know more about EFT and our EFT trainings and other trainings, go to our website www.eft-and emofree.com and contact us. We will be more than happy to be in touch with you and to help you and support you in your journey.